Now people have been asking me, am I seeing a difference in the pastures because I'm moving them? So what's up and welcome back to the channel. If you're brand new here, consider hitting that subscribe button down below because we got some pretty cool stuff going on. But today is not the video that I thought I was going to be making yesterday, because we ended up going to Lowe's because we're going to do a fencing project along the deck to kind of separate the dogs from the house. But they didn't have anything I needed. So I tried going over to the feed store and seeing if they had any of the water pipe I needed to start laying out, you know, water all around the farm. They didn't have it. Went over to Atwoods, they didn't have it. Went over to Tractor Supply, they didn't have it. So something was just telling me, don't start on a project today. Then woke up this morning and, weatherman who is a meteorologist and says, when it's gonna rain and when it's not gonna rain, and who is always wrong, was wrong again. Why? Because when we woke up, pouring rain. So that kind of messed up my plans this morning. But you just, you work with the weather. You can't change it. Why complain about it? Just work with it. But on a side note, we got the rain that we did need, and you can see the pasture that we just had hayed is starting to come back up. Take a look. Look at this. Starting to become all green again, which is very, very nice. My neighbor stopped by this morning too and was telling me that around here we don't really have much rain from 4th of July till like the end of December. So I really want this grass to grow up and hopefully get a bit taller before 4th of July comes around. That way the cows can have enough to eat before the cool season grasses kick in. But look, check it out. Really pretty. What I did do this morning though, because the weather app said it was gonna rain all day long, I went out and moved the Longhorns to a new fresh paddock, and they went berserk on the grass because it's so fresh and so nice and just everything. But it was like, 50-mile-an-hour gust, rain blowing right in my face, out there for a while, moving stuff around. So picked the wrong time to do that, because you know what? It'd have been a lot better to do it in weather like this. But no, hey, it happens. Let's go check out the cows and I'll show you what I did. The chickens over there are getting fat, by the way. They're all laying down because it's hot out, all stuffed to the bejesus because they ate a lot this morning. For those of you that are smart and don't know where the bejesus is, it's right about here. So just to let you know, that's when you hear somebody say they're stuffed to the bejesus, it's right about here. Just a little bit more to go and they're stuffed completely, but it's right about here. I don't know. I just have fun sometimes. But on a serious note, we are still 103 for 104, which is very good considering they are going on 9 weeks old tomorrow. This is where the cows were up until this morning. This is where they were a couple days ago, and I mowed that all down. That's the area over there where I saw that snake. Don't like snakes, but check it out. Let's go look and check out what they're doing now. Hey ladies, you guys getting yourself a drink of water? Yeah? Nice and muggy out today, that's for sure. I don't know why, they like this one better first. Uh-oh, someone got shocked. They keep hitting it with their tail, but you know what? Doesn't really seem to bother them too much. They seem to like this yellow, I think this was old mineral tub more than they like this one. Maybe because this one stays cooler longer because this is black. I have no idea. Hey Yoli. I don't have anything for you right now. I'm sorry. I know. I usually bring you alfalfa pellets. I know, you're a good girl. You're such a sweet girl. Her and Ellie are the ones that will eat out of my hand, no problem. But, back to what I was talking about. Right here is where they were. And as you can see, they either ate most of the stuff down, or they trampled a lot of it. Look, they trampled a lot of it to the ground, which is great. Especially with the rain that we got this morning. We got like a little over half an inch. For sure, a little over half an inch, and they're calling for a lot more tomorrow, so that's going to help a lot and make everything grow up quickly. But what I'm seeing all over the place is a lot of this stuff right here. What I don't want is this goat weed. Oh man, it's all over the place here, especially in this side of especially in this little paddock here. So that's why I'm going to go behind them and clip, and hopefully we can be back here before the goat weed has a chance to get established. And what are you guys doing? Hey, that's not very nice. And that way we can just kill it off. This will stunt it for the year. And see, look, she'll eat right next to it. She won't eat the goat weed. and apparently neither will goats. So we're gonna come in here in the next you know, sunny day, clip this all off, and make it look like that over there. So it hits basically the reset button, gets a lot of this stuff onto the ground as our litter bank for the earthworms to eat. And since we're not putting any kind of back rub or back spray or whatever you want to call it, the ivermectin or whatever, ivermec or ivermectin, I don't know what it's called, and I'm not going to know what it's called because I'm not going to use it, the earthworms and the bugs and everything will be able to make turn the cow patties into fertilizer, rather than just stay away from it, because they don't want to be touching that chemical stuff. So why should we? Check out over here. This is where I let them in from yesterday. This is where I let them in from this morning. They went straight over here to this beautiful, beautiful Bermuda grass, and they didn't make their way that way probably for a good, I don't know, 4 or 5 hours. They were just sitting here eating the grass, laying underneath this tree, going back, eating more grass, and they did do some damage to it already, but this is their favorite. They're going over there just to explore. But man, they stayed in this, from that fence post right there to this one right here, in this area, for an easy 5 hours this morning. They didn't want to move. They didn't want to come out. Why? Because they're in a candy store. Would you want to leave a candy store? No. So they went here, just ate all, they didn't eat all the candy, but they ate a lot of it. And I bet you anything, they're going to be up here tonight, back at it, hammering this. See, look. They're coming back right now. There comes Betty. Hey, Betty. Coming back for your Bermuda candy? Yeah. They love this stuff for sure. Now, people have been asking me, am I seeing a difference in the pastures because I'm moving them, trying to move it every day, every couple days, as needed, as the grass will tell me to do? And the answer is, I don't know, because I haven't been here long enough. We've only been here a little over 3 months, so I haven't been able to tell a big difference in the pastures. I mean, I know this is what we're supposed to be doing, because what does Joel Salatin say? The 3 M's: moving, mobbing, and mowing. So we're moving them, they're mobbing them up as best as we can to try and keep them tight so they can either eat or trample everything, and they're mowing because they're eating. So I know what we're doing is right. Am I giving them too big of an area? Probably. Why? Because I'm just erring on the side of caution. I don't want them to go hungry and jump the fence. So I want them to be really like the 3 original girls. They're good with the fence. I can put a dead wire up probably for a week and they wouldn't touch it. Okay, the new ones, I'm like 75% sure. I just don't want them to get into a habit. So I'm giving them a little bit bigger area until I get to know them a little bit better. I mean, Ellie's eating out of my hand and everything, and Rose comes running to me whenever she sees me come up. But I'm still playing a little bit cautious because, you know, new to this. But yeah, I should tighten them up. I will be doing that soon. I wanted to do it this morning, but it was just awful. And I set up their water back down that way, and I don't have enough hose to get it here because these cows were not going to move off this grass. I wanted to do it. I wanted to move them down there and then move them back up this way and make this 4 days worth of grass. But, you know, cows are going to be cows. They're going to do what they want to do. If they find candy, they're not going to leave. They were eating this over the alfalfa pellets. And you guys can go back and see the previous videos. When I shake the bucket for the alfalfa pellets, they come running. But they're eating this. Why? They like it better. That's the way cows are. These cows are doing fantastic. Well, they're not technically cows yet. They're still all heifers. And that's another thing. After doing tons and tons of research, I had made the decision that I'm not going to breed these girls until they're at least 2 years old. Now, some people are going to say, oh, you're wasting a calf. No. Yes and no. Yes and no. Because technically, all the books say breed them at 14 or 15 months once they're, 60% of their frame weight. Okay, but what I've been seeing and reading is that about 60%, only about 60% will breed back the second year. Then you have open cows that year, and it kind of lowers their milk production. But if you wait till their but if you wait to breed them until they're 2 years old, you don't really have that issue. It's like a 90+% breed back rate, So I want to do that with these girls. I care about them too much. I like them too much. So we're gonna probably get a couple more. I'm looking to maybe get a couple steers. That way we have some meat ready to go in the next about a year or so. That way we don't have to wait, you know, another 2 years before we can get our homegrown beef. You coming over here to see me, Ellie? Yeah, she's such a sweetie. She's so nice. Here, look, if I put it in my hand, she might come to me. Ellie! Cow cow, you come to me? No, you still have candy, and I have sweat going in my eye. That's why I'm blinking. But instead of wiping it, I'm gonna like just make myself miserable. I don't know why I do that. Okay, Ellie, come here, Ellie. See, you're such a good cow. She's so pretty. So yeah, I'm gonna wait until they're 2 years old because that's what I feel like is the right thing to do. That way they're completely grown out. That way they can handle a bull. That way they can handle a calf too. And I heard that the calves, and what I've seen is the calves out of a 2-year-old are much healthier and much better than out of a heifer. And I got 5 of them now. I got 2 more coming. I don't want to have to deal with 7, you know, iffy heifer calves. We're gonna do it I don't want to even say the right way, but the way that I feel best. And some people are not going to agree with that, and I know I'm going to get hate in the comments saying, oh, you know, you got to get those cows bred. I know, I get it, okay? You do you, I do me. That's just the way the world works, okay? So, they're not going to get bred till they're 2 years old. Which also gives me a lot of time to find a bull. Because when I breed these girls, I want to turn the bull in on July 1st. That way, you know, 9 months later, they're the same as humans, by the way, for those of you who don't know that, they'll be dropping spring calves. Now, what I heard, too, is, God, my neighbor's such a good resource. He's been helping me so much. He said to me that around here, you do not want a calf during the summertime because I guess there's these things called Mexican buzzards, and they'll go and they'll see a calf, they'll see a cow giving birth, and they'll try and peck the freaking eyes out of the calf before, you know, it comes out of the mom all the way and eat it. I mean, you know, that's just, and I guess they're bad during the summertime, but in the springtime they're pretty good. So the cows have this paddock here, and it looks like they're gonna be here for maybe 2 more days. And then I'm gonna move them to the other side, right on the other side of that fence. And then that's when I'm gonna go and section it off and open up a new section for them every day, to where they can't just go around here and take the good stuff. Because are they doing it? Are they doing a disservice because there's only 5 of them? I don't think so, because they're letting it, you know, like over there, that's gonna be resting, and we're gonna go back behind them and chop it all off. Here we're gonna, you know, the next sunny day that we have, we're gonna mow, because these things right here are not what we want in the pasture. Neither are those right there. So the rest of this stuff is really, really good. But they took all the tips off. And with cows, you just want them to take the tips. So remember, just the tips. It's a funny one. Over here, they might be coming back for their second bite because they love this stuff. Look at her go. She's like, ooh, I want that. I want that. I want that. She's just being a cow. Her horns are really getting long, which is pretty cool because they're Longhorns. You like the dandelion? Dandelions have a ton of niacin in them, and I guess she wants some niacin vitamins. Little tip I didn't know about. Dandelions, you can actually eat the leaves off of them and put them in salads. Like, they're actually pretty good. You don't want to eat the flowers, but the leaves, especially right before they flower, I guess they're pretty good. Might have to try it sometime. I don't know, have you guys ever tried dandelion before in a salad? Tell me down below. Tell me how they taste. Actually pretty curious. Now check this out here. I don't know if it's going to come out in video, but you can see from right here to about right there, there's a gate down that way. And the guy that used to rent this, or the previous owners, they created some sort of trail here from that gate all the way to that one, because we only got a part of the property that the previous owners had. I guess they owned that part over there and that part over there, and the same guy rents it all from them, so they just left the gates open. But I think he used to come on his side-by-side or on his four-wheeler on his tractor and go right over here and it's like some sort of, like, you can see it's like a trail or a kind of road kind of thing. But I have an idea, because I'm not going to really use this as a road, because I don't really need to. What I think I'm going to do is the soil here is actually not too terribly, well, yeah, it's not too terribly compacted, which is kind of cool, because this right here looks to me like it's a bit of a, like they created a swale, to where you can tell right here, this kind of grass I've noticed, I don't know if it's grass, a weed, whatever you want to call it, likes to grow in wetter areas. So this means that this area here has a little bit more water, because there's a little bit of a hill coming this way. So when it rains, it comes over here. It doesn't, you know, doesn't create a lot, but it's a little bit of a grade. So probably puddles here, and I can tell that the soil here is softer, that's for sure. And it's a little bit muddier and wetter. So what I'm thinking about doing is some sort of permaculture orchard here along this road. Maybe come in with a broad fork and kind of, you know, I don't know, loosen it up a little bit more, because it's not terribly compacted, but maybe just a little bit, because they've driven over it so much. But I can come in here and plant tree, and create a little bit of a permaculture orchard on this swale that's kind of already built for me. I don't know. I'm gonna do more research into that. Gonna watch some more of Stefan Sokoviak's, I think I got that right, the permaculture guy, and see if that would be a good idea. Might ask around a few people too. But this looks like an unintentional swale here. So it'd be good, because there's trees over here for the cows to lay under and, you know, graze under, and I know they like to eat those. But right here, I could make another line of trees all the way to over there, which would be pretty cool, because one, more food that comes off the land, always a good thing. Two, gives us more shade for the cows, always a good thing. And three, it'd be very easy for me to section this off if I keep the cows moving in this direction. All I would have to do is run a wire over here when they're on this side, and then when I move them, I just move that same wire over here, and they would keep them out of it completely, so they're not over there eating the younger trees. So I'm looking right now, I think this might be the spot to do that. If we do that, we'll probably plant, I want to say the fall is a good time to plant trees. I don't remember. Don't take my word on that, but I think the fall is the best time to plant, like, you know, apple trees or pecan trees. I said it. Remember me? Pecan. I'm Mr. Pecan. I said pecan tree. Hey, add one Texas point here. But yeah, you know, plant some stuff, maybe pears. I don't know. Do the whole nut, fruit, nitrogen fixer thing. Why? Because it makes it grow faster and better. Check this out over here. Right over here is where I had their water at. And over here, because they come back to the water so often, it's all knocked down, which is fantastic. You know, not all of it's eaten, because you don't see really any bare soil anywhere, which is great, but it's knocked down or trampled down. Look, boom. That's what the cows have been doing when they come back to drink, which is fantastic. So I think if I'm going to leave them there for a couple days, maybe 2 more days, I might move their water every day. That way they have more impact in certain areas, which I think would be a good idea. Aw, that's sad. We had so much wind today, it looked like one of these little eggs got blown out of their nest from one of these trees here. Huh. I wish I would know which one it's back. I wish I would know where the nest is, or if it would help if I put it back in there. But, hey, that's sad. Oh well, hopefully it's food for something. Well, I think that's it for this one, guys. So hit the subscribe button down below if you haven't already. Hit the like button for the YouTube algorithm, because it helps us out a lot. Drop a comment if you like, and we'll see you on the next one, alright? Thanks. Bye-bye.